I'm Penser, and I want to do the coolest thing in Runescape. A collection log is always a shot of dopamine, and I want to overdose. I'm going to do 500 collection logs at once. And in this 5-episode miniseries, I'm going to show exactly how this will be done, and then in the 5th episode, we will have a stream reveal date where I will be obtaining all 500 collection logs at once, taking me from the Mithril collection log rank all the way to the highest tier, the Gilded collection log rank. The biggest difficulty for a challenge like this is the restraint it takes. I've been working on this for literal years, so I made this counter so you can easily see how I will be getting these 500 collection logs at once. Collection logs can be broken into 2 categories, those I can guarantee and those that I can probably get. If we look at Temporos, I don't have the Spirit Angler set, but it only takes 4,800 Spirit Flakes to guarantee all of these collection logs. And I do have those, so we can count this as 4 collection log slots. On the other hand, in the Forthos dungeon lies the Grubby Chest. There are 2 collection logs to get here, the Orange Egg Sac and the Blue Egg Sac, each at a rate of 1 out of 25. There is no promise that I'll get these collection logs, which means we have to rely on probabilities. With that being said, and no, I don't want to discuss my mental state about this, I have over 500 Grubby Keys, which means I would have to go over 20 times dry to not get these items. The wiki puts that at a 99.9999986% chance for me to get the drop. At this point, I'm just gonna assume that I get both of these slots. Let's take a look at Soul Wars for something a bit less guaranteed. I have 9,861 Zeal. There are 2 guaranteed collection log slots, the Soul Cape costing 2,500 Zeal and the Ectoplasmator costing 250 Zeal. This leaves me with 7,111 Zeal. The Spoils of War loot chest has a 1 out of 400 chance to get the pet, and it costs 30 Zeal each. This means I can buy 237 Spoils of War, and means I would have a 44.7% chance of getting the pet drop. I want to guarantee I get at least 500 collection logs in this opening video. Uploading a video where I get 499 just doesn't hit the same, so I will err on the side of unlucky and assume no collection logs here. And you will see me do this in several places. Recently, I went on an agility bender and I stocked up enough Brimhaven tokens for the Pirate's Hook. I did enough Sepulchre for my remaining 3 collection log slots here. I picked up enough bugs to green log all of Varlamore agility. I spent way too much time at the underwater minigame for a trident that doesn't come from Kraken, and I ooked for over 2,000 laps so I can adopt 6 monkeys. Hey, do you like this cape that gets posted to Reddit once a month? Me too. That's why I did every Champions Challenge except the Imp one, so I can claim this cape at a moment's notice. I am terrible at PKing. I still think it's fun, so I somewhat enjoy LMS, and I have eked out over 100 wins and enough points to buy everything from the shop. This means the only things I can't get from this log are the 500 win cape and the 1000 win cape. These will happen one day, I just need to wait to enter my Odablock era. If you calculate the shop, it comes out to 4,130 points, which I obviously don't have, but you can refund a few of the pricier items, so the cost actually comes out to 1,546. I will eventually rebuy these items when I go for the 1000 win cape, but for this opening, I will be refunding. I just have to be careful of the order I buy and sell the items in. Make sure to subscribe. This is going to be the largest opening on OSRS, and I don't want you to miss it. Also, it helps me out, and I appreciate it. Thanks. A theme with a lot of collection logs in RuneScape is that they become easier with time, so I don't recommend waiting to collect 500 collection logs at once. Case in point, Castle Wars and Trouble Brewing. I stacked up all the collection logs from both of these pieces of content over a year ago, and they have since both dramatically been sped up. I'm not upset about this, but at the same time, I've always enjoyed things like the Golden Castle Wars armor being useless, but taking a stupid long time. So I can look at the player and think, yep, they are a lunatic. That's kind of how I feel about the fish sack right now. I don't mind useless items that are a stupid long grind. I find them kind of endearing just because of the silliness. But I'm almost certain Jagex will make this item easier like they did with Trouble Brewing and Castle Wars. Shooting Stars gave me 2 collection logs, though if I want to be decked out in the full Golden Prospector, I need to AFK some more dust. And Amethyst gave me 3 collection logs through the unidentified minerals. There are a lot of feelings about forestry, and I feel grateful that it allowed me to stock up 15 collection logs, although it wasn't too much fun running around gathering all of the lower leveled logs. That is most of the backlog, 144 out of 500 collection logs at once. I am leaving out some of the heavy hitters for now. This includes the Clue Caskets, Brimstone Keys, Crystal Keys, and God Eggs. These are all stacks that are continually growing. I do have my goal numbers in mind, and I have full faith that I'm going to reach these numbers, but they will be revealed in later episodes. I'm not content leaving the counter at 144 for episode 1, so let's make a number go up. From a motivation standpoint, I want to get the bigger grinds done first. 1,500 pools from Guardians of the Rift sounds like a great place to start. I have done Guardians of the Rift before, so I have some of the collection logs. I'm still missing the pet, 2 of the dyes, the Tarnished Locket, and the Guardian's Eye. The Guardian's Eye is a pet transmog that can be purchased for 3,000 Abyssal Pearls. It makes the runecrafting pet look like this guy. I don't have the runecrafting pet, so instead it's just going to take a bank slot. That's just as cool, right? Because it can be bought though, that means if I get enough Abyssal Pearls, I should be able to guarantee this item. On average, you get 2.14 pearls per pool, so I want to make sure to overshoot the 3,000 pearl requirement by a bit, so I plan on stocking up 1,500 pools. On average, this gives me 3,210 pearls. But it also doesn't include the fact that I can turn in duplicate lanterns and duplicate dyes for extra pearls. That leaves the pet, 2 dyes, and the Tarnished Locket to get. I'm not even going to entertain that I'll get the pet. It's a 1 out of 4,000 pool rate, so it seems pretty unreasonable. The dyes are 1 out of 1,200 each, and the Tarnished Locket is a 1 out of 40 drop from an intricate pouch, which is a 1 out of 25 drop. This effectively makes it a 1 out of 1,000 drop. After 1,500 pools, I would have a 71.3% probability for me to get each dye individually and a 77.7% chance to get the locket. So I should expect 2.2 unique items. We'll round down to 2 items and add that to the Guardian's Eye, and 1,500 pools should get us 3 collection logs. Worth it. I find it best to get out some of the longer grinds before the quicker grinds, and I plan on stocking up 1,500 pools from Guardians of the Rift, which means I need 1,500 catalytic energy and 1,500 elemental energy. Each game, I probably get about 7 points on average, so 3.5 of each energy type, which means this is going to be over 400 Guardians of the Rift games. Skipping ahead a bit, I am now over 1,000 of each energy. I'm definitely keeping my points balanced as well. There is a minute downtime in between each game, and each game lasts about 8.5 minutes, so with the minute downtime, 9.5 minutes total. On average, I get 7 points of energy per game. Right now, I'm at 2,101 points of energy total, which means I've probably done about 300 games since starting this grind, taking me roughly 47.5 hours. I've got 20-something hours to go here. Those 3 collection logs will be so worth it. As a quick rundown of how I do this in a relaxed manner, I mine until the first portal, so usually the time is about 2.5 minutes, and then I go into the portal and just alternate between using the essence chunks from the portal and then chiseling the shards that I mined. It works out pretty cleanly. Obviously, this isn't the most efficient way, but I can do stuff on the side pretty easily with the gaps in AFK time. For the altars, if there is a chaos, death, or blood on the catalytic side, I always take those. Otherwise, I do an elemental altar. The points are fairly even this way, but I'll probably start throwing in some nature altars just to help even it out a bit more. An important part of big grinds like this is not burning yourself out. It's okay to take small breaks for the sake of your sanity. And I'm more than halfway through this grind, so I think I deserve a vacation from the Rift. If you thought for a second that I was giving up on the Inquisitor skirt goal, you are a fool. I refuse to become one of those silly Grandmasters without full Inquisitors. And yes, I recognize that statement may very well age very poorly. This is odd. I have an info box in the top left telling me to go to the apothecary, but I don't have any clue scrolls that would normally trigger this box. I'm gonna go have a conversation with the apothecary, see if he can explain this. Do I need anything specific? Maybe the tale of two cats. I lost a hat. I don't remember this quest. What hat does he have for me? I've lost the hat. Oh, these ones. Yeah, okay. The nurse hat is pretty stylish. I totally forgot about these hats, though. What about the other options? Brew potions, talk about something else. He doesn't even give away potions. This guy is useless. Prayer potions. Thank goodness I don't have to flick so hard anymore. Are you kidding me? Okay. I don't get it. Gonna open a body shop. Just thought I'd show the collection log real quick. It was 6 bodies. So what do we say about that? Nothing. Okay. Interesting log. I don't know how to say this, but sometimes I forget to turn on Entity Hider and it just kills my OBS recording system. I don't know if there's bots or what, but there are so many people here that it just starts to crash my RuneLite and everything lags. So luckily Entity Hider is a thing and it's a godsend. Real quick, here's a point check-in. I have 1,308 elemental energy and 1,234 catalytic energy. I really need to balance out the catalytic. I kind of thought I'd be more catalytic compared to elemental, but it is what it is. This has taken a long time. I feel like I've been here my whole life now. You won't believe how much Guardians of the Rift I did today, but we balanced it out, 1,452 of each. I don't think I can finish up the 1,500 today. I am exhausted, so I might do like another game or two, but 1,500 tomorrow, surely. I got unbalanced again. There's 1,500 catalytic, so that's how much I need, and now I have to balance out the elemental. I might end up a little bit above 1,500. I guess we'll see how these games go. 1498 and 1501. So this should definitely be the last game. If they don't end up perfectly balanced though, I think I'll just keep going until they are perfectly balanced, even if I end up at like 1520 or whatever it is. And there we have it. We ended the game perfect. 1503 of both, which means when I do the pools, I will have 1,503 pools. This is one of those activities where it's kind of AFK, but not fully AFK, so it's a weird feeling where you have to pay a little attention, but just enough attention to where you can't like watch a movie completely. At least that's how it was for me. Now that we're done with a very tedious grind, it's time to treat ourselves to a very exciting grind. Soon, Vasani, but not yet. We'll get into our next big grind soon enough, but I need to take care of something first. Of course, clues will play a large role in getting 500 collection logs at once. A fairly efficient way to get clues while I'm working is using the Venator bow in the catacombs. The Venator bow bounces between enemies, so it constantly keeps me in combat, and I don't even have to look at the game during the workday, and I'm able to passively build up quite a few clues. However, the Venator bow needs to be charged with Ancient Essence, and quite a bit. From my calculations, I use roughly 333 ancient essence per hard clue and 400 essence per medium clue, which means I need to do quite a bit of the Phantom Muspa. You know what they say about frozen cash? It always has a Venator shard. No, it doesn't. There is a pretty decent rate of clues from here as well, so I'm getting the essence to help with clues, and then I get clues as well. It's good content. Actually, just such a good boss. Elite clues are probably the hardest ones for me to stack up on, so gathering them kind of passively like this feels very nice for me. Thank you, Muspa. A Venator shard, which can be broken down for a cool 50,000 essence. So these are very nice to get. Oh, Skull. Is that a PK error? That is the question. Or is he protecting people? There's somebody in there. He might just be protecting. Do I risk it? Is it worth risking it? Oh, he's coming towards me. Okay. Is he coming? Yeah, he's... I'm logging. We are going to switch worlds instead of risking dying. Okay. Either your account is still logged in or the last world you're using has become unavailable. There were people in the world. I will be very upset if I died because of some DC right there. Guess we'll just try any old world. This better work. I'm about to get really discouraged. Okay, we're alive. And there's more people here. Okay. Please don't DC me again. I don't know what's going on. The servers have been kind of weird lately. There's a guy doing his clue, so we are fine. Good luck to this guy as well. I didn't realize this guy could spawn inside the building. I've never seen that happen. Alright, a little bit more dangerous to go kill him now. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I killed the guy that spawns, and now, like, no matter what I equip, he just keeps saying the puffins are up to something. If I wear all the same stuff, he's not giving me a new clue. Am I missing something? Am I brain farting? Yeah, this guy's broken, I think. He's just telling me the puffins are up to something? I don't understand. I'll probably just have to relog. I'm just AFK while working right now, so wanted to get this clip because something's about to happen. Just insult the clan real quick. Tell them to touch grass before I do this thing that maybe says I play the game too much. Maybe I'm a bit too sweaty. But if we look in the top right, we are merely about 100 experience away from 200 million HP experience, which makes AFKing with range, there we go, 200 million hit points experience. That is an interesting number. And now, as I'm AFKing, I get no experience. I'm 200 mil range and 200 mil hit points. So, no experience for AFKing with the Venator bow right now. Maybe I'll try to look into some sort of other AFK, but this is just so good with the clues. Earlier in the episode, I said that I think Jagex will probably end up making the fish sack easier to get like they did with the Castle Wars armor and the Trouble Brewing collection logs. So it wouldn't be very wise to do it now. So it's time for aerial fishing. I already have the angler outfit. You'd have to be a lunatic to get it from here. Just do fishing trawler instead, which means I'm only missing 5 items from this content. And the golden tench isn't something that can be stocked up, so there's only a possibility of stocking up 4 collection logs here. However, they will all be guaranteed collection logs. I have this spot tagged from a while back, so I think I'll just stand here and click anything that's around me. I do have a plugin that lights up the closer fish spots. Why are they disappearing? This is weird. But the yellow spots are closer than the red spots, and then the green spots are the closest, so it's just how long it takes your bird to get back to you. It's not as chill as I'd like, but I'm also spam clicking more than I need to. Probably just click once. Bruh. Whoops. I had Entity Hider on. I totally forgot. Okay, dude. He left. Oh my god, I crashed him. Oh, I'll switch anyways. I'm so sorry to that guy. Holy cow. Stackable clues are very nice for things like this. It's not very fun juggling clues on an island that's very far away from a bank, so being able to ferry several out at a time is nice. I just did an hour test and I got 19 pearls this hour, which the wiki says I should be able to get up to 24, so I'm either going slow, but this is already very click intensive, so I may be doing something wrong, or I may just be a slow clicker. It's probably when I'm cutting up the fish is where I slow down a lot. I think these 2 mulch pearls puts me up to 250 total, which I kind of thought I'd have the tench by now, but I don't know the rate, to be honest, on pearls to fish caught. The wiki says the golden tench is a 1 out of 20,000 rate, so you should see one every 267 pearls, so I'm not too far off right, but I shouldn't complain yet. I'm just hoping to get it before I finish this grind is all. If I want to get all 4 collection log slots, I would need 1,370 pearls. But if I just go for 3 instead, I only need 370 pearls because the fish sack is 1,000 pearls just by itself. I think, for now, I'll hold off on the fish sack and just get the 3 fishing rods. I don't want Jagex to make the sack easier to get, but I think it has a good chance of happening. There is a boss in this game that I hate more than any other boss. Scorpia. But I got a hint from a clan member that he's been there for hours today without being PK'd, and I'm happy with any distraction to get me off the aerial fishing island. I also wanted to try out the Eye of Iok, so I'm gonna go test my luck. I will get a pet, or I will die trying. I forgot to switch to Ancients, and somebody's already attacked this Scorpia. Okay, I gotta go fix my spellbook situation. Holy cow, Iok feels good at Scorpia. This thing, I don't know if it's just the 3-tick speed feels good, but it's doing a lot of damage also. The Shadow felt like whatever, and then the Wildy weapon was really good, but you lost all that ether when you died. This, though, it's just best of both worlds. I only froze Scorpia the 1 time. Okay. Oh yeah, they buffed her drop since the last time I've really been here. So I might get some nice alkables. Oh. Yep, there is a peak error. We made it, what, 5 minutes before somebody came? There is not a lot I can do here. Especially if he has a team. They usually have a team sitting outside, but it's whatever. I'm not risking much at all. I think I'll lose the imbued cape, though, but maybe I can trick him. Then do I get a run? That was a dumb idea. There's no way I can run. Oh, it's over. It's over, guy. At least you don't have a team. Usually it's just teams hopping through here. I don't feel so bad dying to a solo PKer. I don't really have a game plan to get out. Maybe I should bring a lockpick in the future and then run to the west to that cage thing. It's over. Just splash 100 times on me, dude. That's my only chance. Yeah. Okay. Good fight, guy. So the clan member told me that he was using one of the 600 plus worlds that were recently added and didn't get PK'd for hours. So I'm gonna give this one more chance in those worlds. I just thought that the 2.2k total level worlds would be the best. Oh no! Oh my god! RNG to win! I can't believe that. Forever fuck Scorpia. I can't believe that. Oh my god, I love RNG. Oh my god, I got the Scorpia pet. I don't have to do Scorpia anymore. There's no better feeling in this game. Oh. Genuinely, I hate Scorpia. I am so glad to receive this. And this is where I let you know, all of the Collection Grandmaster rules are still in play, so I do have to go get a combat achievement now. I'll put the rules in the description, but essentially I just alternate collection logs and combat achievements, and if I fail, I give away 100 million. I'm not missing a lot of combat achievements anymore. In normal Theater of Blood, I need to do the 5-mans, but there's 2 of them. I honestly might just combine these 2 at some point and sacrifice 100 million. I do kind of want to brush up on my Tob skills though, because I mostly do hard mode Tob, and I don't know all the speed strategies for Theater of Blood. I think you do like God booking, weird stuff like that. I found a group to try the Trio Grandmaster time for hard mode Tob. I'll be solo freezing, which means some Nilos will be getting through. I've been told it's best for me to freeze the second spawn for both the north and the south, and then the other 2 people in the trio will chally the first spawn, and then I can just stack the 3s and 4s. I've never done this method before, so let's see how it goes. That wasn't too messy. I almost greeted the T-bow too much and was late on the freeze. It has to be tick perfect, which can be a little scary. Well, we lost somebody, so we're just gonna reset. We need to have a good first room if we're actually gonna give it a serious try. The Eye of Iok genuinely lets me just play like an idiot in here and attack just blue things. I don't even really have to think about the waves as much. I mean, I have to think about them a little bit, but I can make a lot more mistakes. I really need to go back to Chambers. I'm looking like such a fraud with my Dragon Warhammer. I'm not really sure what pace is, but we're under 16 minutes right now. So we're giving it a try. One guy has a Soul Reaper axe, but we're still going pretty quick. So I don't think this combat achievement's too bad anymore. I accidentally left one of my restores in the Verzik, or not the Verzik, in the Zarpus room. So I'm probably gonna have to try to flick Piety a little bit, but that seems very difficult to do while stepping back. I'm not very good at flicking in general, to be fair. I'm dead. Oh my god, I got so chanced right there. That would have been a nightmare. Oh, that crap's gonna kill that dude. Yeah. One guy dead. We got webs, though. Huh. One of us is off. Nice. Okay, we got it. I kind of thought we were about to get screwed there at the end. It might have been me that's off. I'm not sure. Hard mode trio speedrunner completed. Nice. I think there's just one more hard mode Tob task to go. The sniper one. And then I'm done with hard mode Tob combat achievements. Maybe I can get a kit as a reward. Or the dust. I need the sanguine kit and the dust to finish hard mode Tob collection logs. 70 vials of blood. That's pretty nice. I just want to say the most recent collection logs are looking pretty cool, except for the scroll boxes. Those are whatever. Going from mithril rank to gilded is gonna feel wrong. God save me, that is 79 more pearls done today alone. And if I have done my math correctly, I am now at, 370 pearls. Which means I can buy all 3 fishing rods. And I think I'm definitely not doing the 1,000 extra for the fish sack. Not yet, at least. I'll wait a bit on that. While I am deciding on my next grind, I'm gonna go do a few Fasani's Nightmare kills. It's my thinking place, and yes, I am mentally stable. First kill, I got a volatile orb. Oh my god. First.
What even?
Here is the log. We are getting close to being due another helmet soon, so that'd be cool. Or the skirt would also be cool, I guess. Okay, I know the game plan. I'm up to 150 collection logs stored. We have 4 more episodes to get that to 500, and then we will be finishing the Grandmaster combat achievements at the same time as 500 collection logs at once. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss this. A huge shout out to all of the channel members. In the Distinguished Pencilman tier, we have Dakota A, Cody C, Villain's Fury, Dreamsins, Avery, Leica Wolf, Hayden OP, and Soba. In the right-hand pen tier, we have Timothy C, Maps, Iron Snoop, and Mushrum. And finally, in the Sir Pen tier, we have Mr. Blake himself. A huge thank you to all of you. I could not do this without your support, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.